Welcome back. Moving on to another interesting story that unfolded today. A war of words between the Government of Uttar Pradesh and the Government of Punjab. Now, let me tell you what exactly happened in the Supreme Court. This is in reference to a plea that has been filed by the UP government seeking the custody of a gangster turned Neta who is currently in Punjab jail, Mukhtar Ansari. And the UP government wants his custody because there are several pending cases in Uttar Pradesh against this man. Now, this case has been going on for some time now. The Punjab government initially had asked for adjournment, citing difficulties in presenting arguments. The UP government then responded saying, well, you are shamelessly protecting this gangster and you are actually coming in the way of justice by giving him a shield. Punjab government actually went on to say that he's being cornered by the might of the state and in fact gave a series of reasons why they feel that Ansari shouldn't be sent across to Uttar Pradesh. Obviously, this has led to a massive war of words and this is what we are going to talk about this evening. UP government's charge is the Punjab government, just like they did with Lakha, which was in news yesterday, just like they did not take action against him, allowed him to attend public rallies. They are also now shielding a man who's in jail and who's wanted for many, many more cases in the state of Uttar Pradesh. So let me go across to our guests who are joining us this evening. Anila Singh, spokesperson for the BJP, Chetan Singh, political analyst and lawyer, and Mr. Sharat Pradhan, senior journalist, joining us. Mr. Pradhan, let's begin with you. For our viewers who also perhaps may not know Mukhtar Ansari, the character, the politician, and why two governments may be fighting about him today.
Ansari belongs to the breed of gangsters, outlaws who have been adopted by different political parties. Unfortunately, UP is the hub of criminalization of politics, and Mukhtar Ansari happens to be a part of that group. The trouble is that, there is no reason why any government should be protecting a gangster. But the tragedy is, the fact of the matter is that all governments have been doing that. And in this case, from my understanding is that he is in the Punjab jail on account of a court order, in pursuance of a court order. I fail to understand why the UP government can't seek the court's direction to get him out of that jail. The Supreme Court, this is the plea that they have been talking, blaming the Punjab government for it. I don't know how much Punjab government is responsible for it, and if it is, it's certainly a matter of shame. But the tragedy is that such protection has been granted by different governments, and even today, criminals who, criminals are being patronized by the ruling parties even in Uttar Pradesh. We know of criminals who are in jail, who are in Gorakhpur jail, in Varanasi jail, notorious criminals who have multiple murder cases against him, like Mukhtar Ansari, and they enjoy the life of luxury inside the jails. And that is certainly not possible without the patronage of the government. Yeah, so I'm just trying to understand. The interesting part in Mukhtar Ansari's case is that in 2019, Tanvi, when he was taken by the Punjab police in a case of extortion and put in this Ropar jail, I fail to understand why the UP government could not stop it at that time. And there are a lot of stories of what Mukhtar Ansari obviously fears is that he would meet the same fate as Vikas Dubey. Sitting across the table, we can always, in our drawing rooms, we can always appreciate any government gunning down politicians in criminals in encounters. And the UP government makes no bones about gunning down criminals in encounters. There was a long encounter spree that started with the UP when the UP Yogi Adityanath government came into power, and it continued. So obviously he's trying to save his life on that from an encounter, which is why he's there. But Punjab government protecting them is certainly not. It's something which needs to be condemned.
No,
At the
so
same time,
what-
the UP government should not have double standards.
Yes. In
And-
fact, I just wanted to tell our viewers, Mr. Pradhan, that Ansari was booked for extortion on the complaint of the CEO of Homeland Group, which is actually engaged in real estate and certain other businesses in Punjab and Delhi. And on the basis of that complaint, then action was taken because he said some Ansari from UP called him up and tried to extort about 10 crore rupees from him. And so he was, an FIR was filed in which Ansari was named as an accused with his address, Uttar Pradesh. Punjab police then got him on a production warrant and then put him in jail. Now, if he's such a wanted and dreaded man, I don't know why the Uttar Pradesh police hadn't picked him up earlier. When the Punjab police so easily could.
That is...
And I don't understand why is it that they want him now when he's already in jail. So Anila Singh, let's start off with that. Why is it that you now want him when he's in jail already?
Uttar Pradesh government wants him back because if we talk about this heinous crime committed criminal, Mr. Ansari, like if we talk about the Prayagraj court, almost more than 10 cases are pending. See, when a complaint was lodged in Mohali and it was said by a certain person that he got the extortion call from Mukhtar Ansari, at that time he was in Prayagraj in jail. And without following a proper course, the officer there, he handed over Mukhtar Ansari to Punjab police. And that way he went to Punjab, and this person who handed him over, he is facing the inquiry, and that's a different thing altogether because he didn't took any effort to intimate the court. He directly handed over Mukhtar Ansari to Punjab police. Now he is in Punjab jail. We very well know that it is a huge conspiracy, and Congress party is acting hand in glove with Mr. Ansari because he is somehow pampering them. And how he is pampering Congress party, I do not have to explain here. But we know it very well. He, because of his conscious, malicious attempt, he is avoiding Uttar Pradesh government. Uttar Pradesh government is trying its level best because we know it very well that he murdered one of our MLAs, Krishanand Rai. And even his wife, she wants very desperately him back in Uttar Pradesh so that he can face the court. But Congress party is helping Mukhtar Ansari to not to get back to the Uttar Pradesh because Ansari knows very well that once he is back here in Uttar Pradesh, he has to face the court. And the amount of crimes he has committed, that too of heinous nature, he won't be spared with the chief minister like Yogi Adityanath ji heading Uttar Pradesh. So he knows his fate very well.
Okay. So let me ask Chetan this question. So Mukhtar Ansari was in Ghazipur jail. He was also in Mau jail briefly. And at some point, we let him, Uttar Pradesh government and the police allowed him to be taken to Punjab. And now he's in a Punjab jail. But Chetan, why are we fighting so much and wasting state resources on fighting over a gangster and keeping him back in jail? A gangster who at one point had 38 cases against him with serious charges like murder. Chetan, I think you're on mute. Okay, now I can hear you.
No, can you hear me? Yeah?
Yes.
First, we need to understand that we have got a very wonderful structure of our constitution, and this is a federal structure. So therefore, we have to respect to our structure, which has been given by the constitutional law. Second, absolutely, more than 30 FIRs are there, 14 criminal trials are going on. He has, got Gangster Act and variety of other, heinous crimes is what he has committed. But at the same given point of time, you see the affidavit which has been submitted by the UP government stating that the Punjab government is sheltering a criminal. This is something very, it's very bizarre rather. This is what I'm going to talk about. You know why? Because, in our structure, we have to understand that whatever charges, trials which are going on against Ansari in the particular state right now, he has to face those trials. Once, he is going to face those trials, if he is going to be acquitted or convicted, so then when the conviction is going to happen, then only, I mean, the next trials can take place in another state because that particular state may be under apprehension that if he's going to go to some other state, he may not going to come back. So this is also, one of the most important aspects of the law. Second most important point, what Anila Singh ji has, labeled the charges against the Congress government. This is very easy. Anybody can label charges. This is, the rights are there with every citizen of the country. But at the same point of time, we have to understand. We have to understand what is the structure of the law. See, law is only going to help you when we will be able to interpret it. And specifically on this particular point, we have seen that the trial has not finished yet. Once the trial is going to be get finished, then only he will be transferred. On the top of it, what is happening with regards to the acts and the heinous crimes which he has done is something the Punjab government is already taking entire steps, cognizance, and as per the law, the activities are taking place. He is also going through medical treatment. He has already.
No, but in the arguments I see it is medical treatment, how he has a back pain and a neck pain, and how he's not keeping well, which is why he's been advised bed rest for 3 months. Who's going to be believing all of these things?
Correct. So, Tanvi, very, very small thing out here. The jail superintendent or the DG prison is someone who is going to take a call on it. But they're going to take a call within the state. But sending him outside the state is, again, something which is not within their power. It's the
अरे चेतन सिंह वो ट्रेन में लटक के नहीं जाने वाला है ऐसे कि उसकी जो हालत है रास्ते में खराब हो जाएगी. It's not to say that we're going to make him walk all the way from Punjab to Uttar Pradesh like migrants had to walk.
No, but again,
if he is seriously unwell, he would be in a hospital, but he is not. So, that's as much as this gravity of his health really goes. I'm trying to understand why are we protecting him, or it's just then a political fight. You just want to fight with Uttar Pradesh.
So, see, there is nobody protecting out here. And on the top of it, nobody is going to protect the criminal of this gravity, the kind of, the magnitude of crime which he has committed, the heinous in nature and all. So, therefore, there is no point labeling the charges because, see, again, we are trying to bring politics in the legal system. So, therefore, the politics should not come into this specific kind of way, system. Let's understand from a legal framework, what exactly where we have moved, where we have reached, what would be the next process. And if you want to have, very senior advocates, they are the champions of the law.
So you actually made a very interesting point, and I wanted to ask Mr. Pradhan that. Mr. Pradhan, it's politics from both sides. But while the BJP may want to go after him because obviously he was accused of killing a BJP leader, the Congress party, does it have an interest in protecting him?
Absolutely. Well, as I said, that there is so much criminalization in politics that every government which remains in power, they ensure that the gangsters like Ansari get protection. You have a case of Amar Mani Tripathi in Uttar Pradesh in the Gorakhpur jail. He had murdered a poetess. Then his son, who had charges against for murdering his wife, he's a MLA in the BJP. Likewise, there are so many others. All political parties have enough people like this on there, and whenever they have the capability and the contacts and the access to power, they manage to ensure immunity from the laws. Even the UP chief minister had some criminal cases against him, which have been dropped now, all cases have been withdrawn. So this is how it works. Sadly, this is how our democracy functions.
Yeah.
So Mukhtar Ansari is moving heaven and earth to ensure that he doesn't go to UP, otherwise he will be gunned down. Simple as that. And so, and the other side is playing its own politics. So is the Congress. But how is the Congress going to gain out of Mukhtar Ansari? I fail to understand. So it is probably because the UP government cannot accuse the court. So they are accusing the Congress government, and it suits them politically also to accuse the Congress government.
Okay. So Anila Singh wanted to
brings Congress in a
Yes, Anila Singh wanted to respond to what Chetan was saying. Go ahead.
Tanvi, for once, I can agree with Mr. Pradhan when he says that politics and crime, it goes hand in hand, and it is the, I can say, raw reality pan world, not only our country, and even Mukhtar Ansari is MLA from BSP party. That is the truth. And now I will tell you, Mr. Pradhan, that when you say that I don't understand why Congress party is not allowing him to go back to Uttar Pradesh. Yes. He is scared of the Uttar Pradesh.
No, I didn't say that. I said what Congress party is going to gain out of it.
Okay, I'll tell you. Yes, even I can answer that as well. I mean, it is not a rocket science. It is not a rocket science to understand. Definitely, he is greasing their palms. He is bribing them. That is why. That is the sole reason. I mean, Punjab government, a government like just now, even Tanvi, when the show started, he said Lakka Singh, he was right there. But Punjab government, he is getting shelter from the government. That is why, he is just simply, he's just walking around. The Punjab government is not helping the Delhi government to catch hold of him. So this is the character of Punjab government. I mean, the type of excuses, skin allergy, kamar mein dard hai, haddi mein dard hai. I mean, he can't, and for the case for which he is in Punjab jail. I mean, one of the person who wrote the FIR against some Ansari who had given him extortion call, and the mobile number which was given of that Ansari person, that came out to be some Rizwan Bano women's number. But somehow, as I told you, that some sort of conspiracy was hatched, and he was handed over to Punjab police, and now he is there, and it is a safe haven for him. He knows that there is absolutely
By the Yogi
no
Adityanath
place for
government.
criminals. Sorry. But the thing is, Congress party.
I said by the Yogi Adityanath. He was handed over to Punjab by the Yogi Adityanath government.
I already mentioned, Mr. Pradhan. I already mentioned that the person who is responsible for it is already facing inquiry because he didn't intimate the court.
So
He was in the conspiracy, and we are not
You
supporting
don't think
that
only
person.
one
We know
person
it
is
very well.
responsible?
yes, there is
Somebody-
obviously a larger system.
A person who got involved in the conspiracy.
Adina Singh,
so
do you
Yogi
believe-
Adityanath ji is involved. Okay, Yogi Adityanath ji wants that Punjab government should hand him back. And we are going to see that how such.
No, I think the point that is being made, Anila Singh, is not to say that the chief minister wants it, but obviously there is a system that exists that allowed this to happen. It can't be just